All right, Meow. Hope you all are doing well on this fine Meow Day. Hope you had a good weekend, that you are able to or will be doing fun Halloween stuff, be it costume parties, trick-or-treating, TPing someone's house. We're picking up where we left off. We have GO3. It's a double battle of you and Lance versus Giovanni. He has a Mega Mewtwo that as soon as you kill it, it becomes Mega Mewtwo and gets to go again. It's scary because Psychic Terrain makes the expanding force extremely powerful, and we don't really have a way to override the terrain, so we're gonna use a Cyclizar to Ice Spinner. Ice Spinner destroys the terrain, does double damage upon destroying the terrain. Then we would ideally be able to pivot out with a U-turn and then bring someone else in. Sometimes I'll do it first try. Other times, like Mono Fire, it took a bit because there's a fair bit of rock coverage, there's a fair bit of ground coverage. There's a permanent sandstorm, so any rock type have 50% special defense up, which is not ideal. I don't have a way to change the weather or get rid of it, so that's also an issue. After this, we have Claire, 2 rival battles, all of Victory Road. I would like to get to E4 and start planning for it today, and then we can ideally beat Elite 4, start Mono Dark, because Halloween. The idea is after we have Ice Spinner from Cyclizar to get rid of the terrain, we probably swap into Foxy Love because I'm expecting Mewtwo to come in. We'll give it a Shadow Ball. We have Flamethrower. We also have Moscow, which is Mega Kangaskhan. Parental Bond makes all attacks hit twice, the second hit being only 25% damage. But you can buff up with Power Punch. You could get 2 Sucker Punches off. It's quite nice. And I have a pretty good idea what my Elite 4 team is. We're gonna go for Water Lorelei because I really don't feel like dealing with ice shenanigans, because Aurora Veil makes Icemon take half damage. So that's gonna be an issue, and I would rather deal with water. We probably also have to fight Dumbass Kid because I want to get Earthquake on at least one of my Mon, since, well, I have to think about that. I'm pretty sure I'm going Blood Moon or Saluna, so I'll have special ground covered. If I go normal or Saluna, maybe it gets Earthquake, but Earthquake is just a really strong ground move to have. And maybe I throw it on like a non-ground Mon, just so I have a really hard-hitting one, you know, in a, like, for backup, right? So let's see how this is gonna go. We have Regenerator on Zodiac, holding a Choppleberry because what's his face? Scrafty knows Intimidate. He knows a Drain Punch. He may knock off the berry, then go into the Drain Punch. He could also Ice Punch. I am weak to Ice, but Drain Punch is still super effective and it will do more damage because Stab. So that's the thinking for not holding like an Ice Berry. That being said, Cyclizar is physical, so we're gonna take an Intimidate drop, and I don't love that, but there's not really much we can do about it, you know? All right. Go team. And while this is a double battle and you only get to bring 3 Mon, in my opinion, it's not as bad as it could be, because the other double battle, you're basically saddled with Brendan, who has 3 terrible Mon. He built his Mega Sceptile wrong. He's using like Focus Blast, which has a 70% chance to hit, and it really screws you when he shows up and the AI is garbage. So right off the jump, Psychic Terrain boosts all psychic moves and it blocks priority, which is why we want to get rid of it. So we Ice Spinner the Scrafty, because we know that Dragapult is going to Spirit Shackle and kill the Tapu Lele. Okay, good. In a randomized run, the Dragapult will take a minus defense drop because of instead of being clear body for immunity, it will not have that ability. I mean, it could technically roll it, but realistically, it goes from having it to possibly not having it, which means then the AI knows it won't one hit. So it goes Dragon Darts, and it does some damage to both, and it really messes up the sequence. Ice Spinner gets rid of terrain. We knew it wouldn't like do anything. Ice Punch, I definitely don't like that, but had I gone Yachi Berry, then it would have went Drain Punch, and I probably would have died. Mewtwo is scary. I'm gonna try to get some damage on him and pivot out. I don't think this kills. Yeah, the speed is an issue. So knowing that, I think I'm gonna have to reset and manually swap out the Cyclizar. Okay, this is not a good start. So we'll go in with Foxy. I do outspeed the Salamence, so I don't have to worry about it going first. I'm going to Shadow Ball. Ideally, the Salamence goes for the Scrafty. Of course. We have Assault Fest, which is kind of nice. Oh, I did forget about that. Okay. Oh, for some reason I thought this was the Dialga. So yeah, I'm gonna have to hold a Dark Berry because I did forget about Knockoff. This is very much a reset, I think, sadly. So right out the jump, we're gonna Mega. We're gonna fake out the Mewtwo. Yeah, for some reason I thought this was Dialga coming in instead of Whatnot. Nice. Okay. I'm on my last Mon, so this is not going well. And they still have 3 more Mon. So this is very likely a reset. I want to get rid of the Excadrill. Okay. Sadly, the reason why I didn't go for the T-Tar is it has weakness policy, so it gets a buff to its offense when hit with a move it's weak to. All right. Celesteela likes to Atominizer. I don't know how to say it, but basically it boosts its stats. Okay, my Power Punch might actually be enough here. Huge. We like that. Okay, good. So now it's just Celesteela and I think one other Mon. Meteor Beam, this is definitely gonna hurt. Interesting that it went on me instead of Salamence. I guess it figured it would be wasted on the Salamence since the Salamence is almost dead. I'm gonna go Sucker Punch. Nice. So that was not clean. It definitely wasn't great, but we got there and that's what matters. Now we prep for Claire, which I'm a little worried about because I only have one Fairy Mon that doesn't require Mega to be a fairy, and it's very slow. So we're probably gonna do a Trick Room team for Claire. Thank you. There is at least one Mon I need to get because I need to get a Ursa Ring so I can trade it for Blood Moon Ursa Luna, I think. Let's check. I think I already picked up one. But yeah, so I'm glad we got there in the first try, but boy, that was not smooth. I was gonna be like, oh, now I'm dead. It's dead. But thankfully, Lance still had Primal Dialga. So where are you, Teddy Ursa, or whatever your first form is? I may not have picked it up. I think I did. I did, okay. So what's the condition? The condition is 28, so we can do that. All right, Oh, right. Okay, so we need to update that too. Actually, I'll update it after Claire. All right. Okay, so there's our Ursa ring, which is what we needed. And then this is going to be Ursaluna. Then you trade the attack Ursaluna to get Blood Moon Ursaluna. And I want Blood Moon Ursaluna because I want special attack instead of it just being the normal one. Okay. And the reason why I say that as well is because I don't get any priority moves on this, I think, except for quick attack. I'm gonna check the old whatnot. Like, yeah, headlong rush is good, close combat is fine, all those things are well and good. I'm gonna check the not the docs, I'm gonna check the tutors and see if there's anything else. All right, let's see. Okay, so not really anything. 90 accuracy, may as well be 50. All right, so yeah, that's just not really exciting, you know? It has no priority moves at all. And the priority's important because it's 50 speed. So, you know. All right, we're gonna go to Cinnabon because that's where you have to go to trade the Ursaluna. I forget which room it is. I'll have to basically check all of them. All right, let's see. No. Yeah, that works. I mean, I'm renaming them if I have the ability. But yeah, Blood Moon Ursaluna. It's fine. And then we'll definitely go speed down because we don't really care about the speed. Let me also check a few things. Blood Moon Ursaluna. So yeah, Scrappy's fine. It's not a huge deal, but that'll come in handy for Agatha since all my mon are normal. It's gonna be Earth Power. I'm probably gonna keep Moonblast, Blood Moon, and then Vacuum Wave so I have a priority move, you know? I could also, I'm pretty sure there's multiple normal mon that can set up Trick Room. In fact, I've used it in this run so far. As such, it's not a terrible idea, you know? All right, let's see. Okay. I mean, that's not horrible, but it's not that interesting either. For some reason, that did not want to copy over. Feels bad. There we go. All right, so that's more or less squared away. Let's look at normal Trick Room. I want at least 2 mon for Trick Room, ideally 3. No. Yeah, I can absolutely get 1 or 2 mono video right now, Rabbit Quail. Thank you for stopping by. I just beat Giovanni 3. We're about to fight Claire in mono normal. Then we're starting mono dark for, what's it called? For Halloween. I appreciate the follow. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you're doing well. Let's look at some Meownwell video as someone else is here now. All right, let's see. I'm probably gonna start with the Chinese Meownwell because we don't see those videos as much. The Chinese ones being the Tibetan ones, and then the usual Dunzi, Dandiang, etc. All right. So this is in Tibet. It's two pair of two Meownwell from different litters. Only one of them is a girl, so that's going to be interesting to see how they go about for pairing them. The Chinese Meownwell have poor genetic diversity insofar as the predominant ones that you always hear about, Dunzi, his family tree is a family circle, and he was going to make even more inbred Pallas Cats, but the cat that was gonna be the mom died. Feels bad, man. So we're really hoping that we can increase said genetic diversity by having Meownwell that aren't related to Dunzi, aka ones from around the world, to be sent there and resolve that issue. They still have poor immune systems. It's not great, but we need more and more Meownwell to make up for the ones that we've been losing. I also love the little tire swing that the one Meownwell has. I like that they have the black on the top of their heads. It kind of reminds me of Nar from Nasu Animal Kingdom in Japan. I love the stripes throughout the whole body. Not all of them have it. You have Princessa in Czechia who does. Most of these ones do seem to have it, and I love that because the stripes make them look like small tigers. It's also a relatively nice open enclosure compared to some of the other ones I've seen where it's basically hell in a cell with bars. Not ideal. I also love watching them jump up in the, more or less in the trees. There's not a lot of trees on the tundra, so them being arboreal is amusing. Yes, the blue rocks absolutely do look silly, and I'm not sure why the color scheme is blue and yellow. Maybe they thought the cats would like it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's meant to simulate water. Here's more of the Tibetan Meownwell. This is Fang Fang. It's Fang Fang, Lottie, Hex, and Yu Yu. I love how distinctive the eyebrows are as well. It very much reminds me of the rock eyebrow meme. And once again, these ones come from Deshoyu Meownwell on probably Twitter / Instagram. Oh, yeah, that too. If you mean this blue rock, then yes. I also love how meaty these mittens are. Dunzi has really large mittens too, which you'll see in the next video. I also really like the orange Pete's. You see orange throughout the coat, but the back of the feet are predominantly orange. You can tell by the way they're panting and the lack of snow that this is the summer. So they're in their summer coats. They're gonna get even rounder when winter comes along. And some of the Pallas Cats, like Timothy and Shu that live in Russia, are already starting to bulk up. All right, let's see. Janine Cowan, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not gonna try to sell me something like AI generated logos. I'm not doing bad. I hope you're doing well. Taking a short Pallas Cat break. Wild cats predominantly in Asia. Bodies are round. They're absolutely adorable. Zalok has taken steps to try to come up with it, and the AI isn't great at it. I mean, in general, AI is not going to be great at it, but what makes a Pallas Cat different compared to other cats, the AI struggles with it. This being our Lord and Savior Dunsey. He's perpetually eepy. He's such a good boy. So fluffy. I think we have one of him when he was a child being pet by his keeper. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I do hate that his sister Danyang died this year, but she's no longer in pain, and she's living her best life up in the great step in the sky. Not a single brain cell behind those eyes. On average, they live about 13 years in captivity. So on one end, you have like Tabitha, who is at least 16 years old. Then you have like 3/4 of a litter dying like within a week of them being born, which is why they usually wait a month or two to be like, oh yeah, we have Meownwell and they're not all dead. Sadly, only half of the litter from Nordensark, Sweden survived. And though I believe both of them are being sent to other zoos around the world to help with genetic diversity. We will do one more Pallas Cat video. Yeah, he was not cooking, and I hate that. But recently, within like the past year, a Pallas Cat had its genome fully sequenced at a college in Utica, New York. So once CRISPR, i.e. gene replacement treatment, gets better, hopefully we can swap out the defective genes and make it so they live longer. And that's important. All right. More Dunsey. He's in his little box. The Chinese Meownwell, they don't honk. They like to do the jet engine. And you can see the relatively large mittens that Dunsey has. He's such a beautiful boy. He's like the one thing about China I like. You can also really see how defined the eyebrows are. Ooh, Angie. He's not pleased. It isn't always an aggression thing though. The zookeepers for Dunsey and other Pallas Cats have actually talked about how that's a way they communicate, and it's not always displeasure. Like someone who doesn't know Meownwell, they would think, oh wow, it's going, it sounds angry, you know? But I'm pretty certain in saying the hiss is indeed displeasure. And then this last one is going to be of when Danyang was alive, and she's going to express her displeasure at the brush. She was only 3, and I hate that she died so young. No, you can't touch the undercarriage. Do not want. Also, the suitcase murderer, Sarah Boone, convicted on Friday, second-degree murder. Minimum sentence is 22 years in prison. There's multiple aggravating factors, so she's absolutely going to be sitting in prison longer. The woman, Leliana something, who was convicted of murder because she abandoned her child in a landfill. She was found guilty on all 19 charges. We don't know when sentencing is. Sarah Boone's sentencing will be in the beginning of December. We're also getting more info on the Delphi, Indiana case, aka Bridge Guy, who allegedly murdered 2 children. Something of note about the Delphi case is the fact that right out the jump, they like hyper focused on Richard Allen. He was kept in solitary for 1.5 years, which is enough to make anyone go crazy. And he gave a confession in aim of having that stop and to just get it over with. So the prosecution is very much going to be like, well, he confessed. Innocent people don't confess, ergo he's guilty. And there's relatively weak ballistics. I was watching a podcast between Laura and one of the lawyers that is actively covering the case. And the ballistics is an issue because there was an unspent round 40 caliber from a pistol that it was indicated to have been cycled through the gun and not fired. So it was cycled, it was ejected. When the prosecutor, they tried to replicate that, they were never able to replicate the patterns on another piece of ammo doing what they alleged had happened with it being struck. So that's relatively weak. Eyewitness testimony is notoriously unreliable, so that they're gonna people who are quote unquote witnesses there are gonna be grilled. The Odinism defense was also banned by the judge, which is even more appellate issues. Odinism, it's more or less a belief system, and there's an Odinist cult in that area. The bodies of the girls were found in a different location. They were staged with various props and other items that would indicate that this was a religious or a cult-motivated killing. And the judge was like, yeah, you don't get to pursue that. So on top of all those things, cameras are not allowed. Media, very few media people are allowed. There's very little transparency, which, you know, you would like to believe that if the prosecution has a really strong case, they would be singing to the heavens about how strong their case is. But it's the perception of bias, the perception of impropriety on behalf of the judge and the prosecution is very apparent. And compared to a state like Florida, where they have really strong sunshine laws that make it easy for anyone to see what's going on, it's basically the opposite in Indiana. And you have to remember, everyone is cloaked by the presumption of innocence until otherwise. And some may be like, Lamau, he confessed. Lamau, he's a child killer. Who cares? You have to look at it from the POV of everyone's innocent, and what if it was a friend or a loved one and they were claiming they were innocent? So I don't love how the trial is heading. I hope that it ends up being a mistrial, because this is just not a fair shake for Richard Allen. All right, back to Pokemon. So now we're prepping for Claire. We know we're not going to outspeed most of her team, so we're gonna use Trick Room to outspeed. Then the only one we really have to worry about is Magerna, because Magerna is slow, and Trick Room makes mons that are slower go first. So we know right off the jump, Porygon is a good Trick Room setter, because in order to get the Trick Room off, you either need to be fast enough to cast it first, or you need to be tanky enough to survive a hit and then cast it. Either way, you're getting hit once. So I think for this, Fur Coat Wardeer is solid, because Fur Coat cuts the physical damage they take in half. So that will kind of address the tanky issue, you know? Indeedee can set it. Indeedee can also use Psychic Terrain, which means priority moves do not work. We can also use Farigiraf, because once again, it can get Trick Room, and it has Parental Bond, which means all moves hit twice for 25% damage on the second hit. Or it has Armor Tail, which blocks priority moves, so like a mini Psychic Terrain. So when I think about it, oh yeah, and also Oranguru. Oranguru is Sage Power for its hidden ability. Special attack goes up by 50%, but it's similar to a choice item where it only lets you use one move. Okay, so we know when we look at Claire, she's meant to replace Lance as the Dragon Gym. You can bait the AI. If the AI has the move Taunt, and you have a move like Taunt or like Swagger, it will taunt because it sees you have the taunt. So it'll taunt, you'll go, then it will cast Stealth Rock. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to put an offensive move on one of my Pokemon, and we're gonna be relying on the AI being stupid to do that. I think we're gonna go with Raichu, because we can do Zippy Zap, we can do Thunder Clap, which is basically a special Sucker Punch, we can do Fake Out, and we can do Play Rough, or we can do U-Turn. Roaring Moon, we're probably gonna go Fairy, and then we're gonna need to hold a Steel Berry because Iron Head is gonna hit really hard. Magerna is probably gonna be Ground or Fire. Gouging Fire is probably gonna be Ground. Naganadel, probably gonna be a normal type like Blissey, due to how tanky she is. Alright, so let's start looking. Another thing I could do if I don't feel like doing the baiting the AI, I can go Prankster Taunt with Grafaiai. That being said, it's poison, so Aerodactyl will hit me with a Earthquake and I'll die if I'm not using, what's it called? If I'm not using an air balloon. Okay, so I think I do bring Moscow. I may bring Foxy Love. The fire will be good, but it's not stab, so I might not. Dragon is weak to dragon. I don't think I'm gonna bring Cyclizar. Okay, so what do we think as far as this team? We can definitely put some of these people away. I'm gonna put away Freddy for now as well. a fair amount of the dragons are flying, so that's why I'm not bringing Lapani. Okay, so Wordeer is one of our Trick Room setters. We're gonna bring Raichu for Aerodactyl. We're going to bring Jerry, aka Farigiraffe. We're gonna bring Blissey. And I think we are gonna bring Ursaluna. Yeah, okay. So let's get everyone's levels up first and get their movesets sorted. HQ, thank you for stopping by. Please don't poop on me. I hope you had a good weekend. And right now we're just prepping for the Claire fight. I'm not doing bad. Thank you for asking. I hope you and the cats are thriving. I hope you and your sister are doing well. Of course, but it was a good bit of fun, you know? All right. Now, Yumi, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. We are currently working on prepping the team for the Claire fight. It's going to be difficult because she's basically Lance when it comes to dragons, and they're all quite strong. We finished doing some model videos a few minutes ago. Since a few more people popped in, we are going to do one more Pallas Cat video, and we're gonna make good on that because Pallas Cats are adorable. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Yumi. And yes, thank you. So then after Claire, it's 2 rival battles, then Victory Road. We haven't looked at Timothy in a minute. He's one of the male Pallas Cats in Russia. I also like this wood drum music. It makes me think of Kill Bill. And I think it was his 4th birthday this year. Yes, he absolutely peaked. And this is in the winter, which is why he's so very round. Super round. Ooh, doing a stretch. I bet that felt great. Oh, incredibly round. And you can see how thick and dense that coat is. It almost touches the ground. Did any of you get to do Halloween stuff over the weekend? Or are you doing that coming up? I know some people had like Halloween parties recently. Cheese boy warning. It's not alive, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I know at least 1 or 2 people who did the Halloween stuff over the weekend. I love how careful he is about grabbing the food. And that nice little flute flourish was a good bit of fun. And he already ate it. I don't know. Maybe. Now that it's almost Halloween, they already have Christmas stuff out in the grocery store. And I hate it. Yeah, absolutely. He tentatively looks around, yoinks it, and bails. This one is also going to be from, I think, a zoo in Czechia. Let's see. Oh, Budapest. Okay, my bad. So yeah, this is the one where it's Alden, Algier, Altana, Arcus, Isin, and Itis. Arcus is the father of Princessa, and Princessa is currently at a zoo in Czechia with a male named Spay or Spy. Yes, super flippy, super fluffy. He even does a drill. And this is Travel for Animals. They've done a series of videos on the Pallas Cats from Budapest. And as you know, the belly, it tends to be protected in the wild. It's weird that humans walk around upright with their protected bits out in the open. So the fact that the cat is willing to roll around on his belly shows that he has a level of comfort here. We'll let it play through one more time. And then this litter, their parents were Borsica and Bauhaus. So fluffy, so floofy. All right, back to Pokemon. I don't feel great about this fight. Yeah, exactly. Like, our creator saw fit to give us 2 hands. So that tells me I can afford to lose 1 hand petting that belly. All right, so we're getting everyone up on level cap. We're probably gonna have Jerry be parental bond so we can get more damage in. We're gonna wanna give Raichu air balloons so we don't get hit by earthquake. It's gonna be fake out. It's gonna be thunderclap. It's going to be taunt, and it's gonna be zippy zap. Since thunderclap is sucker punch, but if it's not readying an attack, it will fail. Provided it can even learn taunt. It can't learn taunt. So that automatically changes how I'm gonna do this. Because I don't wanna have to deal with Stealth Rock if I can help it. Okay, so if that's the case, I may have to go Grafati and do Prankster Taunt, holding an air balloon, and do something else. Then again, I have no flyers, so maybe I live with the Stealth Rocks. It's extra damage I don't want to have to take, you know? Okay, HQ, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. As always, I appreciate the lurk. Take care, have a good one, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, whether you're streaming with your sister or when you're in someone else's chat. All right, so yep, we're gonna grab Zippy Zap. We're gonna keep fake out. We're gonna nix the hidden power for now. We do grab air balloon because we do not want to get hit with earthquake. And none of them have an electric move, so I think I'm going to make it be static because it will probably want to hit me with Stone Edge. All right. And we're relying on the priority moves because we know we're not going to do enough damage. We know we'll be outsped otherwise. Okay, so yep, static is fine. We keep Sucker Punch. We keep Fake Out. I don't think the AI is gonna let us stay in, so I'm probably not using Power Punch. I think I'm gonna go, let's see. That's disappointing. All right, we're gonna grab Ice Punch because Flying Dragon is 4 times weak to the ice. And then, let's see. We give Freddy, we keep the Blood Moon, we keep the Moonblast, we go Earth Power, and we'll be giving it Vac Wave as well, so at least we have a priority move, you know? Due to how slow it is otherwise. Alright. I need to see how many Trick Room setters I have. Okay, yep, so we have 1, we'll have 2. We are going to Nyx Energy Ball. I think we're probably gonna Nyx Thunderbolt for Ice Beam if possible. Yes. Alright, we're gonna keep the Aura Sphere. So Raichu is, since I know we're not gonna outspeed, we're gonna go Adamant for attack up. Actually, no, we'll go attack ups, special defense down. Because if I use Thunderclap, I don't want it to be lowered, you know? Okay, where are you? There you go, yeah, Naughty. We don't really care as much about special. Most of them here are physical. I think the only 2 special are Magarna and Naganadel. Alright, Kangaskhan is fine. Blussers is fine. I may end up not using Light Screen. Light Screen is nice because I can set it and I can swap out. Okay. So that's gonna be leftovers because you leverage the leftovers via Protect. Okay. Wordeer is fine. Jerry. There are some priority moves, but it's mostly not on this, so we're gonna end up going Serene Grace. Not Serene Grace. The other one. Parental Bond, so we get extra damage in every time we attack. Where are you, Dream Patch? And it's Jerry the Giraffe from Toys R Us. We go Trick Room. I think we keep Twin Beam. We want... I gotta figure out what else I need to give it for this fight. Okay, so we already know it has a Psychic move. It can have a Dark move, that's fine. Okay, it does get D-Gleam, so that's good. So yeah, we'll give it D-Gleam, since it doesn't get Moonblast. I'll give it Shadow Ball. And it gets... well, it needs to have Trick Room. It doesn't get Ice Beam, though, which was one of the things I was kind of concerned about. Okay. Alright, that's not too bad. I want to make it a special attacker, you know? I don't want to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Lamau. So, that way we can go... I think it's Modest. Special attack up, attack down. Okay. Alright. So we have Trick Room, we have Twin Beam, and then the last one is probably gonna be Thunderbolt. After this fight, we're also gonna fight the Swampert kid in Saffron because when I want Earthquake, I have a good feeling most of the mon I want to use can learn it, but I will double check that so I'm not like doing the fight for nothing, you know? Focus Blast is nice, but 70 accuracy is very hard to be like, yeah, I want to miss a bunch. In fact, the only mon I'm even using it on is No Guard Pidgey because it's funny and I rarely get to use it. Okay. Twin Beam doesn't have the chance to drop from Psychic, but it hits twice, so it's gonna hit a total of 4 times, which is kind of nice. All right, so you're good. You need probably a... Let's see how many dark moves there are. We don't want to be in against a Darkmon, so... Yeah, I think I will stick to the Citrus Berry. Actually, I am gonna go dark on this one. I think for Jerry though, I'll let it be Citrus Berry. All right, so Colbur, Citrus, leftovers. That part's fine. I think I go Assault Vest just to make it somewhat tankier. Yes. And that nature is fine. So I would like to believe this is gonna work. It might not. I don't expect it to be a first try, but it'd be very pog if it were. And unlike Giovanni, who had a million lackeys in front of him, you basically get to like walk up to Claire and be like, hey girl, hey baby girl, what's up? And now we're gonna beat her in the face. So right out the gate, we fake out. We know we're not outspeeding, so we're going to Zippy Zap. It probably doesn't kill. It does. Huge. No Stealth Rock. Okay. Gouging Fire with a booster energy. It usually likes to D-Dance. It has the, I have the weather balloon, so it knows it can't kill with Earthquake. I don't want to gamble that, I go for Thunderclap and it doesn't do it. So I'm going to... I'm gonna E-Speed. And then it's probably gonna... Yep. That is still really scary. I think we're gonna do one more E-Speed. Yeah, this is gonna kill, I think. Yep. All right. So knowing that, it's already at a +2. Yeah, don't worry about it, Yumi. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the well wishes. I'll try to catch your stream later tonight, whatever you're doing. And I hope you have a good one. Remember to stay Remember to stay hydrated. Even if it is only like a wafer thin morsel of water. So yeah, we're gonna go Moscow. We're going to fake out. And then I think we'll Sucker Punch, and that'll probably be enough to kill. Really? Okay, so right off the jump, that's a reset. Because I wasted 2 Sucker Punches, I could have killed. So, yeah, not ideal. But round 2 fight, go team. Okay, Gouging Fire, E-Speed, E-Speed. It got parried from static, that's huge. We fake out. We power up punch because we know it's not going to attack. I was wrong. It killed itself in a video game. We're gonna go into Bambi. Magerna is not faster. Okay. Now she might be faster. Okay. We're gonna go into Blussers. We are going to Seismic Toss. Slower Mon or faster because Trick Room is still up. We go into Freddy. We're still faster because of Trick Room. The dimensions went back to normal. Okay. All right, not bad. This is going to be E-Speed. I'm below half HP. Well, I'm below half HP, so it's random move, but it could also just E-Speed. So instead, we're gonna go into Jerry. We are going to Trick Room. Let it D-Dance. I don't want to trigger weakness policy, so we're gonna hit it with a Thunderbolt. We got the para. That's huge. Eat your berry. It's probably E-Speed here. I mean, it's random move, but it could also be E-Speed. I'm gonna go D-Lean. We got the para hacks. That's huge. That's weakness policy though. There's the E-Speed. Okay. That is not ideal. Okay. So, all right. Naganadel, this isn't bad because it's a special attacker. I'm going to do a few Seismic Toss. Nasty Plot is really gonna hurt though. Like, undoubtedly. I'm gonna Light Screen. Oh boy. And clears down first try. And by first try, I mean second try. But it's okay. So there's a few things we need to do now. First off, we want to save. I'm gonna do a quick Breb. Then we're gonna come back and do the rival battles. All right, Meow, we're back. So right out the gate, we're gonna be doing the 2 rival battles. We saved. We eeled. I can see what the level cap is, and then we can update our badge count. Cap is 82, so that's not bad. I know Freddy's a traded Pokemon, but I'm thinking with quality of life, you'll probably be able to rename it. So let's adjust this. These rival battles are difficult. I'd say the Brendan rival battle is quite hard because he leads with a Deoxys. He has a Mega Sceptile. He has one of the weather trio. I think it's Landorus. It's just the team, when you have Brendan on your team, he's fucking garbage. When you have to fight him, all of a sudden he rocks up with an action replay team. And it's like, bruh. Why you gotta be so shit? So, yeah. 8 badges. We want to get to Elite 4 today. And we want to start Elite 4 prep. So, ideally, we beat Elite 4 by Wednesday. Start Mono Dark. Alright, back to the Muzak. We know that it's going to be Koraidon for the Elite 4 team for Rival. We specifically wanted Koraidon because we can just use a flyer to dunk on it. It'll be... this one. So if Rival has Squirtle, that's gonna be... it's this team. Okay. So right off the jump, we're probably fine with... Words are hard. Brain, please. Raichu holding a Choppleberry. A Firemon for King Gambit. Probably... maybe something Grass for Azumarill or just Electric. Ground for Iron Moth. Flying for Sneasler. And we want to taunt Blastoise so he never Shell Smashes. Okay. So thinking about all that, Raichu is fine. We're going to give him a Chipotle Berry because close combat from Staraptor is going to hit very hard. Brain, where is my Chipotle Berry? There it is. All right. So Kangaskhan, I would say, is absolutely fine. Let's give it Thunder Punch as a layer of redundancy in case I have to go against Blastoise. Then after this fight, we will fight the Swampert Kid because I absolutely want Earthquake. Blissey is fine. Bambi does set the terrain. The Psychic will be good. We're gonna go... Two Mon have dark coverage, so... I think I'm just gonna do Citrus Berry. And then we need to swap someone out to deal with King Gambit. Okay. Okay, Jerry is fine as well. So I think, honestly, I think for this fight, Freddy comes out. And we bring in a, my Pyroar. Adaptability Pyroar is gonna go hard against King Gambit. There you are. Scylla. Okay. We're not gonna hold an item because knockoff. I think that's legit fine. Alright, so we open with Raichu. We go here, we trigger basically a bunch of roaming Pokemon. And there's only like 1 or 2 that I could actually use. And I'm already going to be using Mega Kangaskhan and Blissey. So I don't want to be using another only normal type, aka Terrapagos, because it's the only one I could get. Alright, so right out the gate, we fake out. It's going to attack, because it only has attacks. We Thunderclap. We eat our berry. We zippy zap in case it wanted to go for U-turn. King Gambit, we wanna get out of here. We wanna go into Persilla. I'm below half HP, so this is random move. Okay. Huge. Iron Moth. I'm pretty sure I'm outsped. Yeah, I think I'm outsped. I'm still gonna try, though. I am still gonna try to land the, what's it called? The Scorching Sands. Nope, we died a Sludge Wave. Okay, that's fair. So, that means... we're gonna bring in Raichu again. We're gonna fake out. It only has attack moves. So we're gonna Thunderclap some cheeks. Not ideal, but it's actually almost dead. So we'll fake out. We want to swap out here. We're gonna go into... it probably wants to close combat. So I think we go into... we go into Jerry? So, at least it gave us the -2. So that's not the worst thing in the world, you know? Okay, we got the Trick Room off. It is Focus Sashed, which definitely sucks here. Okay. It's gonna be faster because of Trick Room. We got paired anyways. Oh, it's unpleasant. So we're gonna fake out. We're gonna Thunder Punch. We kill. It's going to Shell Smash. So we're just gonna get our Thunder Punch in. This is probably gonna be Aura Sphere. Oh, okay then. So yeah, we got there first try. You'll love to see it. We are going to fly to Saffron. Then we're gonna fight the dumbass kid. We're gonna eel. We are gonna be bringing Raichu, but we're not using it right out the gate. I think we do get rid of Persilla for... No. I lied. It's mostly ground. There's like one mon that the Swampert kid has that actually would be weak to it. So we're gonna lead with... I need to figure out how I can do this. Because it's gonna want to yawn, and it's gonna want to flip turn. It's also gonna want to stealth rock. Okay. And it's ground, so I can't even use electric. Okay. And you can't use safety goggles against yawn because it's not a powder. That actually makes me wonder if yawn is considered a sound move. Oh, I know. I'll use Sawsbuck. Okay. So, I think I will outspeed. Yeah, I will outspeed. Okay, so we're gonna lead with Sawsbuck. I'm going to give it a Chesto Berry because I don't want to be put to sleep. It does have a Rindoberry, which is a given, like, of course. It's primarily an attacker, I think. Yes, very much so. So we're gonna keep Protect, we're gonna keep Jump Kick, we're gonna Nix Wild Charge, probably. I think Jerry is fine, Bambi's fine, Blusters is fine, Moscow is fine. So then we need something, either fire or rock. I mean, I can actually use Blissey for that, so it's not the biggest of deals. Okay, so it will be raining. Yeah, honestly, I think I am gonna suck it up and use Pyroar, because Pyroar will be good against the Frostmoth. It'll also be good against the Scizor. I'll hold a Passo Berry, I think. That'll probably be okay. I'm not looking at the team because I think I can actually be the first try. Okay. There we go. Alright, I normally don't fight this guy because he's got a Swampert and a Mega Swampert and a Scizor and a Frostmoth. Frostmoth, my friend Galvanix, who also streams Rad Red, he finished Mono Ice. Frostmoth did a little bit of sweeping. So it's definitely... I liked Frostmoth, but it was never something like, oh yeah, I want to put this in my cereal, you know? No, it's... I'm trying to remember where the house is. Oh yeah, it's this house. Right, okay. So we save. We have Sawsbuck up in front. I don't like Mudkip, and I don't like Mudkip. You have to make him angry. All right, he eats his Rindoberry, that's fine. He Stealth Rocks. In comes Scizor, which makes sense. Yeah. He saw I had the Chesto, so he didn't go Yawn. Okay, so now we're gonna come in with Persilla. I don't like how much we ate the Stealth Rock, but Scizor is down. Swampert, this is Mega Swampert. So we're gonna go... Boy, I wish I had a backup here. Okay. I think we're gonna try to get the Trick Room off because Swift Swim Swampert is very fast. Okay, that's fine. He swaps out, not a big deal. Sadly, my answer to Frostmoth is gone now. So, not ideal. We're going to Fake Out. I think I have to Power Up Punch because I think it wants to come, of course. Of course. Okay. All right. Definitely not ideal. This is not great. Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world. So we're gonna Light Screen. We're going to Seismic Toss. Oh no, I forgot about Kingdra. Well, Seadra. Yep, so it wasn't bad. And I think that is livable. I'm going to ditch the Chesto Berry for a, for the Chipotle Berry. And I think we'll be better. Okay. I'm probably also gonna want some level of backup against the Swampert because I totally forgot that I had Thunderbolt instead of Energy Ball on several Mon. I didn't expect to lose Sawsbuck that quickly. Alright, so instead of Thunderbolt, instead of Ice Beam. Alright, that will be better. And once again, we have to tell them we don't like Mudkip. We do not like Mudkips. Horn Leech, Jump Kick. So yeah, because it read I have the Chipotle Berry, it went Swords Dance instead of the other one. Jump Kick again. Yeah, okay, but that's more manageable. Flamethrower. This is gonna be that. We're gonna go into Bambi. Energy Ball. Not ideal. Huge. The Drizzler. Of course. So we're gonna Fake Out. Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch. Honestly, it's probably low enough. Yeah, it's low enough. So there we go. All we had to do was change one or two things. And I love that. This game won't let me overlevel. What the frick? Yeah, it's definitely a game changer not being able to overlevel, and having the docks is an absolute godsend. So let's think about it. We have that. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't know. Do I? I like having Choice Scarf, but I don't like that it locks me into a move. And because I think I am going Trick Room, I'm not gonna bother with Choice Scarf. Which means now we can go to... We can start on Victory Road. Oh, that's adorable. The Mother Kangaskhan and the little baby, they walk with you. That is so cute. That is great attention to detail, and I love that. Oh yeah, I can't use any of these, so it's not a big deal. Technically, there's a Mega Snorlax, but you go from being normal to normal grass, and with the amount of flying, fire, and even ice, it's like, yeah, this is just a fucking downgrade. We know what it leads with. We're gonna lead with Focus Sash Obstagoon, and we're gonna go Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch. And we save right here because this is when we get ambushed by Brendan. So let's start changing up the team. So we know there's a Landorus or a Thundurus. We know there's a Fighting Zapdos. We know there's a Jirachi. Choice Scarf Jirachi, no less. So I'm gonna keep Bambi. I'm gonna keep Lissy. I think I'm gonna keep Jerry. I think I'm gonna keep... I think I am gonna ditch Persilla. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch Persilla for now. Okay. So what we want then... Okay. We want to lead with Obstagoon. I'm not sure what my last one's gonna be. Let me see what he actually has. So I absolutely need something with ice to deal with Sceptile. Oh, I know what I can use Raichu. Right. Okay. Sadly, we are gonna be outsped, and I'm gonna... Oh, this is actually a toughie. I don't think my Sucker Punch is gonna outspeed, sadly. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. I actually might lead with Mega Kangaskhan and go Fake Out, then go Sucker Punch. We'll think about it. That Deoxys is unpleasant. Oh, I know who I can use. Ah, yes. I'm gonna keep Obstagoon. I'm gonna get rid of Raichu because it's the only electric mon, and I already kind of have coverage from the ones that know grass moves to deal with Huntail. We're gonna lead with Hisuian Zoroark. It can hit me with Psychic and it won't do a lot. It can hit me with Ice Beam and it won't do a lot. It can't hit me with E-Speed. It can hit me with Superpower. That's our solution. Okay. Sadly, I don't think I have any priority moves on it. So that's slightly annoying, you know? Okay. Let me actually see if it does get any priority moves. I don't think it does. And if it does, they might end up only being physical. Okay. Boo. No priority. And we're gonna be outsped, which is... This is like the one time I would want to have the Choice Scarf, but even then, I don't think I outspeed, you know? We'll go Assault Vest just to get some extra health in. Well, health. Marizi Plays, thank you for stopping by. I see where the raid is coming from, the 42nd. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Your sister HQ, she stopped in. She gave me a lurk. We got to look at some Pallas Cats. I hope you're doing well. I hope your stream went well. I hope you had a good weekend. Thank you so much. We are about to be fighting Brendan in Radical Red 4.1 Mono Normal. For anyone who doesn't know, I stream every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. If anyone isn't familiar with the 42nd, she is sisters with HQ. They are both affiliate. They like to play various games, be it Pokemon, be it drawing things. I'm not sure what other games they play. How have you been doing the 42nd? And I love the emotes. This is Kirk. Very nice. Pixel Spaceships. Which game? Alright, so we're gonna try to take on Brendan. He leads with a Focus Sashed Deoxys. Oh yeah, I forgot, cause Illusion. So we're gonna lead with Shadow Ball. Psychic's gonna hurt. Hurts more than I would have liked, but we can live. Okay. We're gonna swap into Moscow. Psychic. We're gonna Fake Out. Yes. Okay. I love that for Kirk, that he's in a position where he's never had to have the harsh reality of having to think. Yes, I imagine if he knew that meant he'd be quite mad. But I hope Kirk, McCoy, Spock, and Schrodinger are all living their best life right now. Yes, indeed. I'm glad you and your sister are here. I'm glad all the raiders she brought with her here. Hopefully they stick around for a minute. So, all right, Deoxys down. Landorus wants to go random move because I'm below half. But Aura Sphere would probably be the scariest move it has. So I'm gonna go Sucker Punch. Definitely not a lot. Earth Power, not ideal. We're gonna go, let's see. We outspeed, but I forgot I don't have anything super effective. We don't outspeed. That's actually awkward. It may have been a speed tie. That's on me. Okay, so we're gonna go Twin Beam. Goes into Jirachi. Jirachi is about to use a Choice Scarfed item, which will be locked into that move. May you sleep well, HQ. I can wholly understand not being there yet. We're gonna take this turn to set Trick Room. Okay, Ironhead. It's locked into Ironhead. Ideally, we don't keep flinching. We're gonna keep flinching. I know it's Serene Grace, so 3 flinches in a row makes sense, but it's still disappointing. We're gonna go Bambi. Okay, we Trick Room. We're gonna go Psychic. Nice. Let me read this. Oh, I know the Homeworld series. I've never played Homeworld, but I'm familiar with the series. Old 3D RTS. That is awesome that your dad had a positive experience with you in video games. I was forced to throw out my console when I was 7 because anything dad didn't like was the devil, and be damned if you wanted to do anything, you know. I'm stoked that it holds up so well even after all these years, and I love that you're able to play that and enjoy it. I'm terrible at RTS. I don't have the ability to do all the micro and rapid decision makings possible. So whenever I play RTSs, I would basically just fucking turtle, and then I would get rushed, and I hated it. Yes, and thankfully he's dead, so we don't have to worry about it. But the trauma he imparted is still with me. Yeah, I've never had an issue with being addicted. I think I have a high enough willpower that it's a non-issue. There's been 2 things I've had that I quit cold turkey on, and while I do miss it, it's never been like a real problem, you know? Yes. I wasn't sure if it was a sequel or if it was like a spin-off game, you know? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I did hear about Homeworld 2, and because I don't play a lot of RTSs, I haven't really looked at it. I remember when I was younger, I did play some of Command & Conquer Generals 0 Hour, some small niche RTS games. Yes. Yes. No, she's not. What is she? All right, so now we have Jirachi. Did we ever get Trick Room? We did. Okay, good. So we're gonna go Aura Sphere, and it's gonna be neutral. Ideally, we don't get a million flinches. We don't because it swaps out. We have 1 turn left on Trick Room. I'm just gonna go Psychic. Not great. Yeah, I play a lot more roguelikes and roguelites myself. I played a lot of Risk of Rain 2 before Gearbox bought them out. I played a lot of Synthetic. It's a top-down isometric shooter. Great game. It started off as a bolt action simulator. Small indie project, turned out amazing. I love it. I cannot endorse the first Synthetic, and I think it's Synthetic Legion Rising enough. Yeah, that makes sense. I would absolutely play the easy mode as well. I remember I played for Empire at War, Forces of Corruption, and on easy, the AI was too easy, but on medium, it was way too hard. And it had space battles, which was really cool. All right, so Trick Room is gone. I'm just gonna accept that I'm gonna die here. Oh no, I don't. Huge. So it load rolled in because fur coat I lived. Jirachi. I'm just gonna let it lock itself into Ironhead, I think. Okay. Obstagoon. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna obstruct. Oh boy, this is unpleasant. So it did a double shell smash. I probably have to reset here. Like, I hate it, but I probably have to. Yeah. Alright, so no, that wasn't bad. But Obstagoon ended up being alive. And the last mon that Brendan had, I couldn't do anything with. So what we're gonna do instead is we're going to nix Obstagoon, and we're gonna bring back Raichu, who will be my answer for Huntail. The mon I had thought about using for Huntail, they were dead. So it's like, oops. Let's run this back and see if we do any better. I do like that it has multiple difficulty levels. I also like when games have granular difficulty. So for example, you have a game like Sniper Elite and you can be like, how much ammo do you want to have? Do you want to lose ammo if you empty an incomplete magazine? How long do you want the AI to look for you? How much damage do you want the AI to do? How much healing do you want your health packs to do? Do you want to limit how many item slots you're allowed to have? Do you want to disable X, Y, and Z? And games like Harebrained Schemes Battletech, which is a turn-based... It's like XCOM and mechs, but I really like modular, and I really like granular difficulty compared to, oh, it's harder. You do less damage, they do more damage, and they have more HP. And another example. Oh, I have played Infinite Infusion, but I haven't messed around with the randomizer settings. Okay, another example of the granular difficulty would be synthetic. So one of them is like lightning start. All the difficulty modifiers modify how many points you get, XP, etc. So lightning start is basically, if you can handle it, the first world, aka the first 4 floors, have a lot more mobs. But if you can handle it, more XP, more items, more cash. It has one where it's like increased chance to, when you're hit, increased chance that you will be dazed or flinched or stunned. Very annoying, but a lot of them also have flip sides. So there's one where it's like all mobs have a higher chance at critting you, and then you get like a bonus. There's one where it's like anytime you're hit, it has a higher chance to bleed, which will remove your max HP, will remove a portion of your max HP. But then when you kill a boss, it's all the reduced HP from the bleed is removed. So I really love that kind of difficulty rather than lazy difficulty, which sadly way too many people do. So there in games, be it RPGs, whether it be roguelikes, there's various status effects. So sometimes you'll be slowed and it will mean your actions take longer to do. Attack speed, cast speed, movement. Being dazed would be a higher level version of that, and it may make you not be able to use certain moves. similar to something like a root, which would be you can act, but you can't move. Then you would have stun, which you literally cannot do anything while being stunned. So it's an additional level of crowd control without it being a hard stun, you know? So say for example, I'm like walking forward and I want to dash because, you know, you get iframes while dashing, and dashing is a good way to proc various effects. I get dazed as I'm about to dash. It may stop me in my tracks with like a tiny little swirly above my head to indicate that I'm dazed, or it might make me stunned instead, but it's additional layers of difficulty without being like, oh, you don't get the move and now you die. All right, let's see if this team's any better. That Jirachi was a real pain. Part of me knows I could go Pursuit, but then the AI will read that I'll have Pursuit, and then it won't use it. It won't actually use it. Okay, so same as before, we Shadow Ball. I'm gonna swap out into Bambi due to how tanky he is. I'm gonna get the Trick Room off. Aura Sphere. Okay. Psychic. Trick Room's gone. Yeah. I have Link. Yeah, I have anything that's a clip, anything that's a linked blocked, because bad actors like to spam stuff. So let me see if I could give you permission so you could do that, right? I might not be able to because I'm stupid. I'm trying to see where my... I don't interact with this a lot, so it's kind of taken me a bit. Hold on. Okay. Well, I actually can't see chat anymore. Feels bad. Let me move some stuff around real quick and see if we can do that. There we go. We'll do it like that. So, yeah, now. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, even with you being permitted, it still blocks the link. So, TLDR, I'm gonna have to mess with this, but I don't think it's gonna end up happening today because it would require me to do stuff that I don't know how to do to fix it. So, I'm sorry that the clip isn't gonna be shown, but there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so let's go back to actually doing this fight. All right, let me move that again. We're gonna move that again. Yes, I'm sure the clips will show up on my thing, because I know when I've like looked at my dashboard or like my creator stuff, it will be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is a thing. And yeah, it's Serene Grace Ironhead. So by default, Ironhead has, I think, a 10% chance to flinch. Then with Serene Grace, it's like, oh, well, now it's just gonna have a double chance. So, yep, love a good flinch. But at least it's locked into that now. So we're gonna go Fake Out. We're gonna go into Jerry. That was not ideal. Yeah, this is not great. All right, let's see. We're gonna Fake Out. We're gonna Zippy Zap. It was not enough. This is probably a restart. Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch. Not ideal. I don't think I'm faster. I am. Okay. It's probably gonna go E-speed or that. So yeah, that's not gonna work. We gotta do it again. Let's see. I'm glad you got a chuckle out of it. That's the thing that matters, you know. Thank you for stopping by, 42nd. Once again, thank you for the raid. Much appreciate the lurk, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Thank you for stopping by. All right, so third time's the charm, they say. Shadow Ball, nothing. Fake out. Go into Moscow. Fake out. Go into Bambi. He's dead at least. We're gonna go back into Moscow. We're going to fake out. Oh, that was a problem. Okay. Nice. Boo. Go into Raichu. Fake out into Zippy Zap. Zippy Zap. Zippy Zap. Zippy Zap. Zippy Zap. Thunderclap. It's faster. That's okay though. I'm probably gonna need to sash that. I think I still have like, no. So that was definitely better, but sadly we just didn't get there. I think I'm not gonna lead with Zoroark because it's just not working. I mean, I guess I could go focus sash on it, you know. Let's see. Well, no, because it doesn't have any priority moves. So yeah, we're gonna nix Foxy entirely. We're gonna go into the old PC. Oh, I know what I mean, I know what I could do. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's great, but I can absolutely do that. All right. Oh, did I actually never level it? Interesting. Let's get its levels up. Yeah, I was really hoping that by I've seen people where they do the permit and it allows links to come through, but sadly it did not. So I'll have to address that eventually. I'm not sure how. Okay, we're gonna lead with Cherry. And instead of Parental Bond, we're gonna go Armor Tail, so it can't use priority moves. Alright. And then we'll make sure it has a Citrus Berry, so it doesn't die in one hit. I think I'm gonna give it Crunch, because I don't think it can learn Dark Pulse. We can check to see if it learns Dark Pulse. Okay, I did not expect the Brendan fight to take this long. It's actually mildly annoying. Every time you fight with him, he sandbags your team, but then when you have to fight him, you basically have an action replay team to deal with. All right, so yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with Crunch. And we'll nix D-Gleam. Leave a Cherry. Save. He won't be able to E-Speed. Psychic will do less. Ice Beam will do less. Superpower is going to be neutral. Alright. Good. Nope. Feels bad. Obstagoon. Sucker Punch. Nope. I'm going to Obstruct. I sadly don't think it makes contact. So never mind. Okay, we're gonna go into Blissey. Oh, I forgot about Rock Slide. I'm like, oh, it's a special. We don't have to care. Okay. Nice. Okay. Trick Room. It got the Swords Dance off, which is definitely not ideal. That's fine. Obstruct, because I think all its moves do make contact. Yep. We're gonna go into Raichu. Oh, that's unpleasant. Fake Out. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. Thunder Punch. That's not great. Obstruct. Okay, good enough. Yeah, we did it. First try. Let's go. All right, so now we need to eel. No. We have to more or less come up with a team for each one of these fights, because much like everything else, Supercell made them harder. He also put them in places where you can't ignore most of them. That makes sense, because I forgot we're not technically at the level cap. I'll update it now, since it's not going to change between now and the Elite Four. Alright. We're gonna want to lead with a Grafai because Shed Tail, i.e. Substitute, and Prankster Taunt means it won't ever be able to use it. So that means I need to pull up the docs. Thankfully, these Google Docs exist due to how hard the ROM hack is. It's Victory Road. Oh, I'm thinking of the next one. So, no, what we want then is we want... pretty much all of them, but U-turn are gonna hit hard. Okay. So I think I'm probably gonna lead with, no. I don't know what I'm actually gonna do here now. I would want to use a super effective berry, but the problem with that is the fact that super effective berries only proc on the first hit. So you get hit 5 times with Bullet Seed. Rindo Berry only procs on the first one. Alright, so let's see what we're doing for this. I think we move Obstagoon. We're going to keep Bambi. We're gonna keep... Actually... No. Almost the whole team is physical, so Blissey does nothing. We're gonna keep Jerry. We're gonna keep Bambi. We're gonna keep Moscow. We're gonna keep Raichu. So then that means we want... You know, I'm gonna use Butts. It already has no guard, so we can go Focus Blast. Rare Candy, where you be at? You're always in the same spot. And then we wanna hold probably a Life Orb, because we really want to make sure Focus Blast kills Mousehold. I'm not in Mega, so I actually don't know if I'm going to outspeed. I do not outspeed. So that's probably going to end up being a U-turn into something that resists it. I'm gonna use Hopsy as well. And I'll Life Orb the Hopsy. It'll be Fake Out Mach Punch. Let's get her levels up as well. Alright. It's a bit scuffed. We haven't changed the rest of the team, but we'll probably be okay. Alright, so right off the jump, we go for Focus Blast. It hit the max number of times. I hate that. Alright, we're going to Fake Out. We're gonna Power Up Punch provided we live. We're gonna Sucker Punch. It's low enough that it goes random move. I'm gonna hope that it kills. It does. Dark does kill, but it's sashed. So the second hit was huge. Random move. It's gonna outspeed me, sadly. So we're gonna go into... this is actually a bit of a doozy. Angry going to Raichu. The Sucker Punch fails. We Fake Out. We Fake Out into Thunderclap. Ah, right, the outspeed. Boo. Boo. Fake Out. Doesn't really do anything, so we're gonna swap into Bambi. Of course, the Thunderlands. Whenever it comes to the AI and low accuracy moves, boy, do they love hitting it. Not great. I forgot how fast Galvantula was. That was completely my fault. So for this team, we want to make absolutely certain that it can't get Shed Tail off. So we nix the butts, and we want to grab our Prankster Grafii. That way we taunt it on the first turn and it can't do Substitute. I did use Banksy in Mono Poison E4, so I'm probably not using Banksy in what's it called, you know? Okay. And what do you have? Okay. So, I don't think I hold an item because knockoff will do extra damage. Okay. Do I get a fighting move? I don't think so. Let's see. Some Mon do, a lot don't. Okay, I don't hate that. I think I'll do that over Jump Kick. It has no chance of missing, and it does more damage. So yeah, we lead with Banksy. We taunt for no Shed Tail. We want to Poison Jab. We're going to Poison Jab again. That doesn't do anything. We're going to taunt because we don't want it to Nasty Plot. We are going to swap out for Raichu. We are going to Fake Out. We can't do anything against that, so we're gonna go into Moscow. We Fake Out. We Sucker Punch, and it dies. Cyclizar sadly is going to get the Shed Tail off. Nope. Oh, low HP, that's why. So we're gonna come in and we're gonna taunt again so it can't Shed Tail. We Poison Jab and we kill finally. We taunt so it can't do Nasty Plot. We go into Raichu, we Fake Out. We Zippy Zap, we kill. I think this is Calm Mind. Yes, it certainly is. So we're gonna fake out and we're gonna mock punch. It wasn't enough. I'm very silly. We crunch. This is gonna hurt a lot, so I'm gonna try to get the trick room off. We did. It's neutral, but it's not nothing. Aura Sphere, hell yeah, go team. All right. Wanna move this rock. We want sleep powder, not sleep powder, we want safety goggles coming up because there's 2 teams in a row that have / lead with sleep powder. This is high horsepower, I think. Yes. All right, so with this one, I'm actually gonna just use Banksy to taunt via Prankster. All right. No sleep powder. Poison jab kills. We love that. I don't remember what he has. Let's check. He will probably go Bone Meringue or Rock Blast. Okay. So we'll go... We're gonna go Hopsy. We're gonna fake out. Oh, yeah. Definitely not ideal. Let's go Bambi. Energy Ball. Energy Ball. We're gonna set up the trick room. So that lets us go first, but I'm pretty sure he has a priority move. He did not. Okay. Fake out. Thunderclap. Thunderclap. Even with the berry, I still die. Unpleasant, but we'll live. I mean, the team will live. That's what matters. This is actually an issue because the Trick Room, as much as I like Trick Room, if they have a really slow mon, it can absolutely put you in a really bad position. Okay. Nice. So that was down. We do want to lead with safety goggles for the next fight because every single mon but one puts you to sleep. Careful. All right, awesome. So that will be safety goggles on Grafii, because poison is going to be good against most of the team, as will flying. Okay, so yeah, you go up. Save. You also have to be careful here because there's 2 fights in rapid succession. And if you go too far ahead, you'll accidentally trigger it. So Moongus, not ideal. I'm gonna taunt just so it can't do sleep powder. Not ideal. Okay. This is gonna probably be random move. So we're gonna go into Bambi. Psychic. No Spore for you. Okay. I'm gonna taunt just so it can't do sleep powder after I lose my whatnot. Gonna go into Bambi again. Psychic. All right, good. We're gonna lead with Raichu because it's a Feraligatr with Lockjaw and something else, so we absolutely want to hold the Chipotle Berry for Jaw Lock. So we're gonna fake out. I think it's probably gonna want to Dragon Dance at least once. So we go Zippy Zap. Zippy Zap again. Empoleon. I am low enough that it goes random move, but I'm still gonna go Zippy Zap because if it decides to use Calm Mind, then Thunderclap fails. Okay. Not the worst one in the world. We're gonna go Hopsy. We're going to fake out. We're going to close combat. We close combat again. This is no guard Swanna, so all its moves will hit no matter what I do. So instead we're gonna go Jerry. We are going to Twin Beam. Sadly, I forgot about it having Life Orb, but that's okay. Sharpedo, we're gonna try to Trick Room. We got crunched, but we have Aura Sphere. We have Poison Jab. We have Taunt, so it can Calm Mind spam. We have Hopsy. We're going to Fake Out. We're going to Close Combat. Nice. So then the last one, we also want to lead with Prankster, because almost every single mon is a combination of Stall, Wish, Protect, Toxic. It's very unpleasant. Save. Okay, same thing as before. Not ideal. Fake out. Okay. Nice. Right, the Wish. Wish.com. I mean, we're basically fine. It's just really annoying. No respect. I'm stubborn. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna make it run out of PP. Moonblast, that's not surprising. This team is so frustrating. All right, we have to build a team for this because we don't have the ability to stop the spam of Protect. So Raichu is useless, sadly. Hopsy is useless because fighting. We're gonna keep Banksy. I mean, we basically just have to one-hit them before they can do anything. And unfortunately, no. All right. This is the last actual trainer battle in here that matters. So let's grab... You know what? I'm gonna use Butts with the Focus Blast, and then I want one more thing to cover it. Not Staraptor, Swallow, I think. Because Quick Attack with Aerial 8. Okay. Yeah, it is definitely an annoying fight. Sometimes I've been able to sweep it because I have a fast and really hard hitting mon, and they just don't get to do their shenanigans, you know? We're also going to give it Weakness policy just in case they have electric. So yeah, right off the jump, we're gonna taunt. Poison jab, one down. Poison jab. We're gonna go into Bella. All right. Boy, is that not enough damage. This was not ideal. Okay, so that didn't work out the way I needed to at all. Wow. So that's actually a huge issue that I cannot solve the poison. Okay, well, at least that one's dead. So that's better. Okay. Frustration is the opposite of return. So when they have low HP, when they have low friendliness, they do more damage. All right. Nice. So that worked because I was able to get some buffs up on Kangaskhan, which is probably what I needed to do to begin with. I just couldn't get past the combination of Wish Protect Spam earlier. So it's a trainer battle, but it's not an ace trainer battle. It's a singular Nido King and Nido Queen in a double battle. So we fake out, and we want to focus one down at a time. We want to Sucker Punch, and we want to Twin Beam. Sucker Punch again, and we want to Shadow Claw. All right, good. So now we are going to Eel. Thank you. Now you have the upcoming battle, which is basically a level 250 Gigalith that sets Sandstorm. That explodes. Then it's 5 level 250 Shed Ninja that all have Wild Charge and Focus Sash. And the idea is the weather will kill them. But if you don't let the Sandstorm stay up, then it falls off and Shed Ninjas can't die, essentially. So we're gonna lead with I'm gonna protect on the first turn, and then I have Mon that are all able to hit Shed Ninja. And yeah, as annoying as this fight is, the designer, Supercell, did a great job designing this game and making it really hard, but with lots of quality of life. I'm normally not for difficult ROM hacks, but the combination of the difficulty and all the quality of life makes it feel really solid. So that was not ideal. I'm gonna end up having one left, so it's not a huge deal. Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I've seen someone wipe because they more or less prevented Gigalith from doing his thing, and as a result, they were unable to kill the Shed Ninja. Okay, we don't really care one way or another about which Lorelei we get, but Ice Lorelei is harder in my opinion because of what she has. Rotom, Aurora Veil, Slush Rush, Glaceon, Slush Rush, Obama Snow after setting Snow Warning, Aurora Veil Ninetales, Glastrier, and at least one other Scary Mon. So instead of that, we want Rain Lorelei. So what you do is you save, you go in, and you talk to him. We got Rain Lorelei, we got it first try, fuck yeah. So starting tomorrow, Elite Four prep, and if we're lucky, we beat Elite Four tomorrow, and we start Mono Dark. Hell yeah. We're going to wrap up with one more Pallas Cat video, then we're gonna find someone to raid. Lurkers, VOD friends, everyone who stopped by from the raid, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the Pallas Cats. We're gonna watch 1 or 2 more Pallas Cat videos, then we're going to spread the love to someone else. All right. Since it is Halloween, this is the Prospect Park Zoo 14 years ago. The Pallas Cats are being introduced to pumpkins because it's the spooky season. Doing a sniff. Not sure what to think of it. Doing a lick. Oh no! Trying to figure out what to do with it. Oh, that's fun. Oh, so adorable. It probably gets a treat. It's literally illegal not to give animals treats. With winter coming up, it's only fitting that we see how Zelenogorsk gets through the day. He's a Russian Pallas Cat. Look at that majestic furry ass coat. And this will be from Roman Pavlov, i.e. Monetization. Give them a like, follow them, watch all their videos. So much of it is about Pallas Cats, and we love it. I love the orange. I love the look of wonder on his face. He doesn't even care about the cold. He's built to handle it. Oh. Gotta do a little face rub and a hiss, and then crawl back into your safe little box for the night. Such a beautiful boy. He's had at least 3 wives. I think he had offspring with all of them, so that's huge. We need more Pallas Cats, more genetic diversity, more awareness. There's less than 57,000 of them in the world, so it's very important that the conservation continue an upward trend. We are going to find someone to raid. Everyone who stopped by to watch live, VOD friends, lurkers, thank you for watching. I cannot express how grateful I am that I have people who are willing to raid me, who are willing to watch me daily, who are willing to lurk, who are willing to tell others about the content. We're gonna get there. 3 average concurrent viewers is the bottleneck I'm stuck on, and I'm really hoping by going down to 2 hours a day for 4 to 5 days a week that we'll get there. And I don't even mean to sad post about it, just there's definitely a little bit of frustration because I really do want to get there. All right, let's see who we're going to raid. I found someone. There we go. All right. I'm going to check that and make sure they're actually live. They are. Very huge. I love that for them. So we will do exactly that. They are doing, I think, a Nuzlocke of Fire Red Vanilla, so it's not really a ROM hack. I believe they only stream once a week, but we're gonna give her some love. And then I'll lurk when I get food. Let's go.